Today we're talking about the most awesome tradition WWE ever had on Thanksgiving. No, I'm not talking Survivor Series. No, I'm not talking War Games. No, I'm not talking the Gobbledygooker. We really did him. I am talking the Gravy Bowl match. For those who don't remember the Gravy Bowl match, it put two divas together, one-on-one, in a pool full of gravy. The winner, it was just a singles match, pin, submission, however you want to win. But it was in a tub of gravy. It was in a pool full of gravy. And it was the greatest thing to ever happen to Thanksgiving. So it only happened twice. Now let's take you back to the Attitude Era, the end of the Attitude Era in 2000. We are all thankful Y2K didn't destroy the world, though we were facing George W. Bush as president, and some of us wished Y2K destroyed the world. It was the dawning of a new millennium, and people were kind of sad that Jesus didn't come back, and some people were kind of happy Jesus didn't come back. And we finally saw God on South Park. I hope God looks just like that in real life. And it was Thanksgiving. It was a SmackDown episode on Thanksgiving. Because for those of you who don't remember, SmackDown used to be on Thursdays. And it was not a particularly good episode. But then again, they had a lot of those on SmackDown, which were not particularly good episodes. Especially back then and throughout most of the 2000s. Because the big stars didn't want to wrestle on SmackDown, except for Triple H, who would wrestle anywhere, anything, anywhere. You could throw a fish at him and he'd wrestle it. I bet the fish would win because Triple H is kind of pansy. And we got introduced to a pool full of gravy in the beginning of the match, saying that two divas were going to wrestle in that at the beginning of the show. And the two divas who wrestled were Ivory and Jacqueline. And it was brown gravy. So they turned brown that night. And it was a short match. I don't remember who won, because I can't find any information on this match. And I can't find a video on this match. So, I don't know who won. But I heard it was short. I heard it involved those two. But the next year, it was the ending. It was Thanksgiving 2001. The Alliance stable was fizzling out and with it Survivor Series. This year, Trish was women's champion. Though she was not the worker she would be in later years. I don't know why they thought she deserved a women's championship. Probably because they had no one really else on a roster at that time. And her rival, because Trish was WWE, her rival was Stacy Keibler, who was Alliance. And Stacy Keibler, never a great worker. She's mainly known for going through a table from the Dudley Boys. And being a manager. For some reason, Stacy Keibler isn't proud of her time in WWE. She competed in a lot of bra and panties matches. She competed in a gravy bowl match. She competed in a mud match. She should be proud. She should be like, hell yeah, I'll go in the Hall of Fame. And I want my gravy bowl match to be shown. Yeah, I don't think I'd be proud of that either. Now, Trish didn't want to do the match. She thought it was degrading, and she complained to Finley. We don't know what Stacy thought because I didn't find anything on what Stacy thought. But she did a mud match in WCW under Vince Russo. So they start out and they've got this big platter of food there. And they start out with a food fight. Which is what Thanksgiving has turned into on SmackDown every year since then. It's just a big food fight. And it's not the same. Typically, Big Show gets hit with a pie. And I think he still comes back every year to get hit with a pie. And then goes back to AEW. He's like, it's in my contract. I have to go back every year to get hit with a pie. So then they get in the gravy. And they wrestle around in the gravy a bit. And it's not very entertaining. And it's just two women covered in gravy. But it is the greatest thing ever. Now afterwards, Stacy loses and throws the referee in there. As she would do after a mud match with Trish. Which Trish probably also thought was degrading. I believe Trish was champion at that time too. Trish held a championship a lot. Mainly because they never had anybody else. Now, this tradition has sadly gone away. And by sadly, we need it back. We need to petition the WWE to bring this match back. We need to petition it to be in their video games. I know it's too late for 2K26 to put it in. But I bet if we get enough signatures, we can get it put in 2K27. WWE 2K27 will feature a Gravy Bowl match if we get enough signatures on our petition. And that would be great. And it should be required, a match required when you're taking your created wrestler through career mode. Male, female, doesn't matter. You have to win a Gravy Bowl match. And then you get a trophy. The turkey trophy. Or the gravy trophy. Whatever. It should be required, and then you get a trophy when you win. That would be the greatest. Or maybe it should be when you win 5 Gravy Bowl matches in exhibition, you get a trophy. Either way, there should be some sort of trophy involved in the Gravy Bowl match. Well, I urge you to check this out, this wrestling match out. I did find a video of it. It's on Daily Motion. And join me later in the week. I'm not revealing the movie yet, but I will say it's like a Thanksgiving dinner with your family. That is all.